שלום רב וברוכים הבאים לגרסת פסטיבל הקולנוע הרומני 2022. שמי איריס לקנר ואני המנהלת האומנותית של הפסטיבל. יחד איתי נמצא היום הבימאי מריאן קרישן, בימאי הסרט ברלינר. מר קרישן הוא זוכה פרס דקל הזהב לסרט הקצר על מגטרון בשנת 2008, זוכה 2 פרסים בפסטיבל סלוניקי, פרס הבימוי ופרס פיפרסקי על סרטו מורגן, וזוכה פרס הסרט הטוב ביותר בפסטיבל הסרטים של מוסקבה על ברלינר. השיחה תתקיים בשפה האנגלית. Good day to you, Marian.
Hello.
I'm very pleased to have you here online, and we shall talk about your movie Berliner. Now, this is your 4th feature, as I understand, and it kind of changed names. At first it was the campaign, then it became Berliner. Can you explain us what happened with the name of the movie?
The name of the movie is Berliner, but when we released it internationally, we had also the name The Campaign. So they are both the name, but one is mainly for Romania, Berliner, and the campaign is for international. So yeah, it's a marketing. The campaign, the title, the campaign is more direct to the public. So it's a marketing. But Berliner is the original title, and it is the code of the film. It's the meaning of the film. What does it mean to be a citizen, a Berliner? Like in the famous quote, "Ich bin eine Berliner," that is quoted also in the film by the character, saying that he also feels like a citizen of that town in the film. So the viewers, the public can discover this secret name, Berliner, in the film.
Okay. Now, as a filmmaker, do you think that a comedy is a better way to express some social criticism, or is it specific just for the story you came up with this time?
I think comedy is dramatic, and comedy connects to the people easier than drama sometimes, because when you make people smile or laugh, then you really got the attention, because then you are involving the public into the story. So I like this, and it's how they turn out to be. Some of my scripts, they are not written for a television to be a comedy, but they are written from the heart, and they have some comic in it, in their self, not really caricatural or pushed comic, but this
with
kind
a
of
smile.
A smile, a bitter comic that you can feel by observing people in their everyday life. And somehow when you observe people, there's something funny about us, because when we are alone, or when we are not, we don't know we are observed, then we make kind of gestures that may be funny.
How did you come up with the idea for the movie itself?
So the idea came after reading a novel by the co-writer, Gabriela Andronache, who wrote a novel that has a different subject. It was about something else, not politics, but he wanted to talk about making a screenplay. And I said, I don't really connect with the novel, because it's something that I don't connect to. But I like this chapter where they talk about a political campaign, an election in the countryside, and I talked with him, and I said, this I think may be interesting and funny, because we don't have it on screen. We just have it on TV, and everybody talks about politics, from peasants to Bucharest, but we don't have it in cinema too much. So I think it's interesting to see an election on a level of the common people, far from Bucharest, far from TV stations that broadcast these campaigns, but to see a campaign on the level of a everyday guy in a small town. That I found interesting to explore. So that's how we started to imagine a campaign and a meeting between a regular guy and a politician. That is the starting point of the film.
Starting. And do you believe that the power that voters have in the countryside, for instance, is really bigger than the ones who are more involved in big towns?
No, I mean, every vote counts, as they say. So every vote counts, and Romania is a young democracy, so to say, because we lived in the communists for so long, communism. It's hard to acknowledge what democracy means in a country like Romania, because we have corruption, of course. Everybody knows it, and this goes from the big corruption to the smallest corruption. One. So in the film, we're talking about this the thin line between being corrupted or not, and maybe some of us don't know that they are corrupted. So we are playing a game that sometimes we feel we are doing the right thing, but actually we are not doing it, because somehow we are manipulated. And this is in the film. We talk about this small time corruption. What does it mean to buy a vote? What does it mean to buy a vote from a dead man? That was a thing that happened in Romania, and we
not only in Romania, unfortunately.
Not only in Romania, of course. So of course, politics is the same everywhere, and this is also the message of the film, that the politicians are a kind of a character that you find everywhere, but they are also human. They are not only bad or good. Of course, they are perceived as not positive in many places, but they are also human. They have families. They have drama. They have kids. They have wives. They are humans. So I didn't want to make a film about the politician. Let's laugh at the politician. I wanted to make a film that to observe what is with the politician at the end of the road, when he's not young anymore, and he's not useful to the party anymore. So he's somehow put aside like old elephant.
I understand. You just mentioned the fact that Romania is a young democracy. Do you really feel that it's a full democracy? Do you really feel that things have changed in that way?
Romania changed a lot, of course, and I can feel that when I look into my home videos or photos, how much we changed. And of course, things can be much better. And on the politics side, of course, we should have changed more. But in the end, what is deceitful and it's not good is that the fact that the young people doesn't care about politics. This is I found really tragic, that younger generation are not connecting at all with politics. They don't care, but they are affected. But they don't care. So it's really, when I talk with younger generation and I tell them, they don't really care. I mean, they say, I'm going to England, I'm going to whatever. But it's not about that. I mean,
they're not involved.
I lived in the communist era till I was 15, and I felt what it meant not to be a democracy and not to have the freedom of speech, to make a film, to write a book. And now that we have it, we say, it was better before the 90s. And it was like, I don't care. I mean, this is also human.
Okay. How big is the role that, for real, that your hero in the movie has to play once he gets to the European Parliament, that he fights so much for? Is it really that important? Do you feel those kinds of, do you get this impression from the people that are truly candidated?
No, I mean, the film is based on a lot of things that I observed and a lot of cases. But in the film, this politician is not so happy that he won, and actually you don't really know if he really won. But what I wanted to point is that and to point and to discuss is that sometimes they are not of course they're not trying to get in the European Parliament to make politics, but to escape justice. And this is the case of this film. It's this politician that somehow escapes justice by being sent to Brussels. And this happened, and this is part of the politics and the how they work. I mean, they help each other, and one is put in jail, and the other one is. It happens all over again. You can see it everywhere, in France, in Romania, in England. So the politician is a really interesting a character, so to say. It's really complex. He's quite old, and he's at the end of the road. He's left by his pack. He's left alone in this village town, and he doesn't really know where he is. He reconsiders what is what human being are like around him, not being in the parliament or not being on a big TV station, but in the house of a villager.
Yeah. As you said, a very interesting reflection of one. You just mentioned the place. The place that you chose to shoot your movie in is very familiar to you personally, and it's also the second time you used it for a movie of yours. Can you tell us more about the real connection you have to the place?
Yeah, so the place is Salonta, is my birthplace, and the place that I lived till I was 20. So I am really connected intimately to the place, a very personal connection, because there live in the town my family still lives, and my friends, and I go back often, and when I write, I write easily about people there. I mean, it's really natural and organic to write them, because I know how they tick, how they connect, how they talk. So this is really important when you write, to write true, and it's easy to write, and I like to do this. You still see me?
No, just a second, please.
Yeah, because it's
okay. Let's repeat the last sentence, just okay.
Yeah. So Salonta is my birthplace, and it's really easy for me to write about people there, not the place, but the people. I mean, every writer, every director, so to say, is connected with a certain zone, a certain city, but not the city, but the people in it, because you write about people, and of course the place is really important dramatically, because you have to use it in the film. This place is in the fields is really flat. The rhythm in this place is really slow, and I wanted that to give to the audience, to feel that slowness and that place that nothing happens. So when this politician arrives, the place doesn't really change for him. So people are just watching him crossing the street, but they are not really caring about him. But he has to retime. He has to be slower also. So
he has to adjust to their pace.
Yeah, so he adjusts to their rhythm, and this is also part of the funny, because this politician comes dynamically saying, yeah, I'm in the campaign and I want to campaign, but nobody seems to care.
Yeah. Was the casting interesting? Was it clear to you who you are going to take for actors?
For the politician, yes, I can I can say that Ion Sabdar was on my mind from the beginning, because I wanted to work with him, and I admire his work, and I felt that he can do this politician like no other, because he was the proper age and look, and part of Romania. He's Moldova. He's from the east part of Romania, and this is also in Romanian language. If you see the watch the film, in Romanian language there is this conflict of language, because one is east and one is west.
Yes.
So Ion was my first option, and the other actor, Ovidiu Crișan, also a great actor from Cluj, play from the villager from the west. This was a longer casting, but I felt that he can do it, because what I need in an actor is the look, how he looks, not how he talks, because the talking mainly is theater, and mainly actors come from theater. But what I need is the look, how he looks. He has to be a tractor driver. I mean, you cannot act that.
Yes.
You need to have that look in you, and that position, and also what I look in an actor, how he is naturally, not in the testing, but when we talk for civilians, because I don't believe in acting in like theater acting brought to cinema. So I need to feel that actor like a human being, able to metamorphosize in a character.
Okay, very interesting. Now you also are one of the producers. Was it hard to get the budget for the movie? Was it difficult?
Like all the time, it's difficult, and it will be, I think, difficult. This is the business of film, is with money. I mean, it's not literature. It's hard all the time. It's hard. Now we are working on the next one. It's hard, and you start like now, and you end up after three years to shoot. So it's progress that it's you have to come back to it and to fight for your finance, and in the end, you will do it. But in the end, we gathered the budget, and also we had this option that I produce 2 films in that region, and in Salonta, in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
And this also helps, because they provided most of the locations free, and we had the support of the town and the people in the town. So this is really important when you make a film. It helps. And so we work with everybody. So this is the film that was made by all the town.
Okay, something to be proud of at the end of the day, I guess. Now, the politician in the movie, as many politicians do, they promises, and they hold up till they win or lose. Do you feel it's the same as far as the movie industry in Romania goes? I mean, sometimes people that are trying to be in different positions promise a lot, and do you feel it happens at the end and the promises are real, or just more talking?
You mean in the film business?
Yes.
Yeah, I can. It depends. I mean, well, we are financed by CNC in Romania mainly, and then we have different. But we struggle to make it in the end, and it's a thing that happens everywhere, not in Romania. I mean, of course there are problems, but I mean, also after these 2 years of pandemic, it's hard to say what it means, because now everybody talks about this streaming services, and that we should work for them, not for the government kind of thing. So it's hard to say where things are heading, and we'll see. But what we and me are fighting for is cinema on a big screen, for people to see in the movie house, to get out of the house and socialize, meet friends, and see a film on a bigger screen than at home. And I think it will survive, and hopefully, we'll make more cinema, not TV.
Did the film already started to show in Romania?
Yeah.
And how was the reaction?
We we had to release it, and we released it, and we fight for it, and we released it last year when there was restrictions. But we went also in other cities all around Romania, and we presented, and we took the actors with us, and it was a joy, even if it was a restriction, to meet the public that we didn't see for 2 years. So yeah, we try to keep positive.
And the reactions were good. They were happy about the movie. They liked it.
Yeah, of course, when you see a film in your country, is different than when you see it outside, because you you see different things. But yeah, the general reaction was that they enjoyed it, and they laughed and smiled, but in the end they got a hammer in the head. So it was like, what?
They experienced all kind of feelings.
Yeah. So,
okay, do you know already what will be your next project? Are you working on something at the moment?
Yeah, as I said, we are developing now, and hopefully we'll get the finance to shoot it in autumn, or I don't know, later. I don't want to say more
later.
Because later. Yeah.
Hey, first of all, thank you very much for your time and for the interview. And we are looking forward to see you here and to see the next movies. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
I would like to be there. Bye.